me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine. I'm Janine Gervais. Thanks for joining us. This show is so important to Maine's economy because it shines a spotlight on small businesses. Prize money aside, there's so much value in what we're doing. This is the only show like it in Maine, and stick around because later we're going to share another first with you. Right now, we have to get to tonight's matchups. We have two companies who are innovators in the construction industry. Let's meet our judges first. We have some familiar faces out there joining us from their homes. I'd like to welcome back Nick Rimsa from Tortoise Labs. What are you up to, Nick?
Hey there, I'm Nick Rimsa. I'm a product designer from Tortoise Labs. We are a software design and development team based in Waterville, and I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming back again week after week. And we'd like to welcome back Janine Cary, my old friend. How are you, Janine?
Doing great, Janine. I'm Janine Cary, president of Montserrat Group, and we work on helping companies expand their businesses both nationally and internationally.
Excellent. And finally, welcome Thom Kittredge from Maine Technology Institute. Tell us about what you do there.
Thanks, it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I work for the Maine Technology Institute, and MTI exists to support and foster Maine's innovation economy.
Well, we're going to talk to you a little bit later. It's time for our first pitch, and homeowners and potential homeowners are going to be interested in this one. Let's welcome Thom Labrie from Shelter+7.
Hello, my name is Thom Labrie, president of Shelter+7. I am here to share with you a short introduction to an exceptionally high-performance, green, and affordable construction system we have developed here in Maine. It is designed to provide owners of new buildings with all of the important long-term performance benefits that they should expect and certainly deserve, considering the high cost of constructing new buildings. Today's building scientists agree that Mother Nature got it right. It's all about the shell. The design and quality of a protective structure will determine the level of comfort, security, and long-term performance for the life inside it protects from the elements. Combining nature's formula with the use of modern technology, tools, and know-how, the ultra-high performance building shell system came together to provide owners of new buildings in most every real estate sector with a significantly higher level of long-term financial, physical, and environmental performance and value at a truly reasonable price. The system's deliverables include low ownership cost, covering purchase price, lower long-term operational cost, retained higher long-term resale value, and the return on investment. Very high quality in both materials and workmanship. Rugged construction to comfortably handle very high wind and heavy snow load conditions. A rapid construction process to lower carrying cost and speed up move-in dates. Unlimited interior layout and exterior design possibilities, limited only by the owner's imagination and budget. Exceptionally low energy requirements. Very low maintenance requirements. The beauty of a truly modern, efficient, and natural-looking structure, and the ability of delivering all of this with less building materials and in an absolutely affordable and environmentally responsible manner. Again, following Mother Nature's approach for using naturally efficient and curved geometry, we found that the arch building approach provided the excellent structural, aesthetic, green, and economic benefits necessary to provide all of the performance advantages we required. In addition, it only requires 5 Lego block style components to produce an endless range of rugged, efficient, freestanding, versatile, and open floor plan arch and Gothic style structures. Based on the buildings we have constructed, along with the steadily growing number of serious and enthusiastic inquiries received from within Maine and from across North America, we are very confident we have the right building system at the right price at the right time. Thank you.
And Thom, you are in the right place to possibly win some cash to invest in your company. So congratulations and thanks for coming back to Greenlight Maine.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's kick off the questions with Nick.
Hey, Tom, great pitch. You mentioned at the end that you have a number of serious inquiries from customers. Could you tell us a little bit more about who these customers are and whether or not you've been able to cash in from them?
It's pretty much across the board. Some are individuals, some business people, architects, developers from across the country. And we haven't been able to, or we've chosen not to really capitalize on these opportunities because we don't have representation in their area. And the only way for the system to work is we need trained dealers who can assemble our system. And so we always let these people know that if they could find a contractor in their area that would be interested in working with us, we'd love to work with them. So until we can get a dealer network, it's going to be difficult to be covering the country and responding to the inquiries that come from across the country.
Next question, Janine.
Yeah, so I love the design, Thom, and really unique. I'd like to hear a little bit about how is it different from any other structures. You talk about its environmental properties and some of its unique qualities. Could you tell me, when you're talking to different people that are interested in purchasing or in that industry sector, what are the things that really stand out that is their differentiator?
Can we expand this by about 15 minutes? The thing is, it starts right from the beginning. It goes to ownership cost. It goes to we can cover square footage with a lot less material. It's an open self-supporting frame, so you can do whatever you want inside. It can handle heavy snow, heavy wind. I can go on for 15 minutes. It's a whole different animal that's truly designed for the 21st century.
Nice. Next question, Tom Kittredge.
Thanks, Tom. I also really enjoyed your pitch. I enjoyed how you compared it to what exists in nature of shells. I was curious if you could speak a little to the competitive landscape and who are your main competitors in your mind?
We don't really have any direct competitors. Probably on the outside, people are marketing their structures as being very green or very high performance. But for the most part, they're still utilizing 19th century construction methods with some new materials to try to be into the green. We can outperform most every one of them at a fraction of their cost. And also, I would like to thank you, or I'd like to thank MTI, because what's really helped us is a couple of small seed grants. Other than that, it has been strictly out of pocket from the beginning.
Glad to hear that.
Thom, I have a quick question. Have you built any of these homes in Maine?
We've built several. We just finished building a duplex up in Belfast. We're building a beautiful structure in the Booth Bay Harbor region right now. And we finished a couple more this year, and we're literally building a beautiful building out in Tacoma Lake right now.
Nice. Typically second homes for people?
The one in Aroostook County is a second home. Every other one is a primary home.
Nice. Well, they are beautiful. And just great job. Great questions by our judges. We have to take a quick break, but we'll be back with our second pitch right after this.
It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, if you want to innovate and if you want to grow, if you're an organization here in Maine, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
Eaton Peabody, a Maine-based law firm serving generations of Maine businesses and families from offices in Augusta, Bangor, Brunswick, Ellsworth, and Portland.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. There aren't too many companies out there that can say they've benefited from COVID-19. From season 1, let's watch Starc Systems.
Hi, I'm Chris Mackenzie with Starc Systems. When I first appeared on Greenlight Maine's first season, there were 3 of us in the company and we were operating in a 3,000 square foot workshop at Tech Place in Brunswick, Maine. Fast forward to today, there are now 70 employees with Starc Systems and we're manufacturing in a 50,000 square foot facility, and on top of that, we're now shipping to every state in the country in addition to 5 other countries. Starc Systems manufactures a prefabricated telescopic modular containment system. Containment is the key word because contractors throughout the United States are using our product to quarantine dust and debris from emanating down a hallway, especially in a healthcare facility. Any of those particles could injure or kill a patient with a compromised immune system. The traditional method of containment for decades has always been utilizing sheetrock. Sheetrock is no different than the wall in your living room. The only problem is it takes around 2 days to build 100 feet of wall, in addition to the fact that when the project is over, it becomes non-biodegradable waste. The difference with that is Starc Systems is a prefabricated modular system that can erect and put up 100 feet in about an hour. 85% of the healthcare facilities that will be in existence in 2025 are already built, which means a significant amount of renovation and restoration going on throughout the healthcare community. As a matter of fact, it is estimated to be $2.9 billion per month in healthcare renovation alone. Starc Systems is at the forefront of creating containment for all these contractors throughout the country. If you look on the far left here, you'll notice some of the most renowned medical facilities throughout the country are demanding Starc Systems. In the middle, you can see that some of the thought-leading contractors throughout the United States and healthcare leaders are actually utilizing Starc Systems not only in the healthcare facilities, but now these contractors have decided that it's effective in other locations like airports, malls, office buildings, and colleges and universities as well. And that has been another big significant spurt of our growth. Then when COVID hit in March, because of our infection control capabilities, contractors and healthcare facilities throughout the United States determined that Starc Systems was the solution to help create isolation for COVID patients or for patients suspected of having the virus. As a result of that, our sales tripled in a very short period of time. As a matter of fact, within 30 days, we moved from a 25,000 square foot facility into our current facility, which is 50,000 square feet. And we put on a second shift, and now we're able to ship 100 feet or less of product in a week or less after receiving the order. We're also proud to point out that Starc Systems has received an Innovation Award from Healthcare Design Magazine, in addition to becoming Inc. 5000's member of their fastest growing company community 2 years in a row. To restate the economic impact of Starc Systems, we've created 70 jobs that didn't exist 5 years ago, and we're growing, by the way, in addition to the fact that there are tens of millions of dollars that we bring into Maine from outside of Maine. Thank you for listening.
Chris, what a true Maine success story you guys are. That's what we want, tens of millions of dollars coming into this great state. So good for you.
Thank you. We're very fortunate.
All right, Thom, kick us off.
Yeah, Chris, congratulations on all of your recent success. So it's clear that some of the growth you've seen recently is due to COVID and the need for that sort of protective equipment in hospitals. And I'm wondering, when you look towards hopefully a post-COVID world, what does that mean for your business model?
No, that's a great question. You know, traditional healthcare renovation has been our bread and butter. And because it's effective in the world of infection control, it also worked in the world of COVID, which indeed is an airborne infection. So it was pretty synonymous with the business unit. So the continuity will continue. Hospitals will perk back up and begin their renovation again. As far as we're seeing, there's still projects in the hopper. And ultimately, all the contractors are telling us they expect to be just as busy as before, if not more so, post-COVID.
Yes, necessity is the mother of invention, isn't it?
Well, that's correct. That's exactly how the product was actually invented by Tim Hebert, as a matter of fact.
All right, Janine.
So I'm curious if indeed you do in Greenlight's kitty here, what's your prioritization in terms of expenditures? What are you thinking that you're going to need to work on first?
I think one of the things that we could really assist our customers on is the ability to design our panels and walls online. And there's some softwares and applications out there where you can actually see your configuration before you push go on the order. And I can see us incorporating a software like that onto our website, where customers who do already know how to use the product now want to line it up and see what their projection will look like based on their design and needs.
Nick.
Congratulations. I would love to hear about a challenge you're facing. What's something that's driving you a little bit nuts right now?
I got to say it's personnel. We've added 15 jobs just since that recording was done. We've added 15 jobs, and filling that in the manufacturing sector has been a little bit of a challenge for us. But in a good way, I'm going to say 100% of our new hires in the manufacturing process are all from referrals. And despite the challenges COVID has brought on in the unemployment ranks, we still have to look hard and deep to be able to populate our factory for the needs that we have right now.
Good question. Okay, we have time for one more question. Thom.
Yeah, another question I had is, so you're working in a healthcare sector that's obviously very highly regulated, and that changes state to state, I imagine. And what challenges does that present to you?
Well, and from state to state, there are individual fire code regulations, but one thing that is universal are the infection control requirements from state to state. Those are very consistent, and those are run on a national level. And we do manufacture product that exceeds all the infection control requirements associated with pathogen control. So as a result of that, that part of it is very consistent. Now, when you get into the individual fire codes of the facility and the project, you have to deal with something called the AHJ, or the authority having jurisdiction, and they may or may not have a different configuration for you for which to comply.
All right, well, great job, some great questions. Congratulations on all your success, and I'm sure you're going to keep it going.
Thank you, everybody. Glad to be here.
We need to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from our judges, so don't go away.
Through their efforts to support Maine entrepreneurs who are growing our economy, Greenlight Maine is making our state a better place to start and operate a business. For these efforts and the creation of a robust entrepreneurial ecosystem, the Harold Alfond Institute for Business Innovation at Thomas College is proud to be a sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
ARB's advisors are providing savvy solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, closely held businesses, and organizations that operate internationally. And we're doing it the way you'd want Mainers to, guided by our local, sensible values.
It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. This is the part of the show where our judges are going to weigh in. So judges, let's hear from you. And we'll start with Thom, only because he pitched first, Shelter+7. Nick, why don't you kick us off?
Sure, thanks. What a fascinating company. I had never heard of Shelter+7 prior to watching Thom's pitch, and I really loved it. I found it really interesting how in tune he was to his customers and their specific needs, and how much he highlighted the importance of green. I also really was interested in hearing about the challenges he's been facing when it comes to finding manufacturing talent. What a tricky little situation that would be, I would imagine. Super interesting company. I would live in one personally, and I can't wait to see more of them.
Yes, they are beautiful. All right, Janine.
Yeah, so I think that I like the way that Thom's thinking about scalability and also market development. Although I would say that even if they don't have tremendous capacity yet, it would be good for them to put a little bit more emphasis on the marketing, on the website presence, all of that, particularly if he's going to need to find some financial backing at some point when he wants to really get to that next level. You've got to create that momentum and excitement behind it. But I do like the idea that he can plug into some of the networks that the log home producers have done. And I think that could be an easier way to really get out and beyond even, the state of Maine and regionally.
Nice. A lot of different channels. Thom.
Yeah, I thought it was a wonderful pitch. I was very excited by the environmental impact, and it's clear that Thom is incredibly passionate about this idea and very knowledgeable. I think with the business model that they've chosen to pursue, where it's royalty based and they're working with a network of dealers, for them to be successful and be able to scale, they'll need to get a large volume of units. And so my question will be, what is the pathway for them to achieve that scale and to have that volume of units?
All right. Yes, you spend a lot of time with them off camera taking a deep dive into their company. Let's switch gears and talk about Chris from Starc Systems. Nick.
Sure. I've seen these systems before in real life, so to speak, and I've always wondered who actually makes these. So it was fascinating to hear a little bit about Starc directly from the source. Hearing about their business model, selling directly to contractors was super fascinating. Sounds like they know exactly who it is that their customer is, and I'd be curious to see how they continue to innovate post-COVID.
Nice. Janine.
Well, similarly, I have followed Starc for a long time now, so it's been great to see them really scale up, and it looks like they're bringing on some really good talent to help them do so. I was interested to hear that they are really looking to finance some of their software compatibility and being able to give individual design, which I think will bring them to a whole nother level. They've been so smart about their hiring and their, market development that, and really have been a growing presence for Midcoast. So lots of opportunity there.
Nice. And Thom, real quick.
Yeah, I was incredibly impressed with the pitch. It's an amazing success story. To go from 3 employees to 70 employees in a few years is great and exactly what we want to see. And I'm excited to see how they innovate and where they go from here.
Excellent. We have to take a break, but when we come back, we have a big announcement, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
How do you know which social media channels are the right ones for your business? Most importantly, go where your audience is. For example, the average age of a user on Facebook is 38 and up, while the majority of Instagram users are under 35. And LinkedIn is business to business. It's important that you reach your target audience where they are. Make sure you tailor your message for each channel. Use the right lingo and be authentic. Be ready to make adjustments to a tactic. If something isn't working, ditch it. And always be sure to continually measure your results.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's good to get out of the house. We are at the beautiful Harris-Seekett Inn in Freeport, one of our underwriters who does so much for Maine's economy. We have a special treat tonight. I would like to introduce you to my new co-host, Alyne Cistone, for our new series called Elevating Voices. Welcome. So good to see you.
Thank you so much.
One of the things that's just happened from the very moment that I met you, I was just drawn to you, your kind ways, your spirit, your energy, and I knew that we were going to be friends until the end of time.
Thank you so much. The feeling is mutual. To think that it started with one conversation, and here we are after months of working at this, lots of volunteer hours, a lot of support and help from the community, from our sponsors. Here we are. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
You and I started this journey well over a year ago, and it's amazing to think that it's finally happening. And I remember in that first conversation, I admired what you do so much, and your company is part of what you do at Global Tides is attracting new Mainers. And what people don't know is that when you're trying to get people to move here to take a job or open a business, we're competing with New York, Texas, North Carolina, and you do an amazing job selling Maine.
Absolutely. I think Maine is the best kept secret. There's a lot more support here. There's resources available, and there are people who are willing to hold your hand and mentor you. And you'll see a lot of this come through with the new show coming up. I cannot wait for people to see that and hear the stories of how others are making it and being successful at what they do.
Yes, and the new show, Elevating Voices, we're going to shine the spotlight on 12 minority-owned businesses and all of their contributions to Maine, but also how they inspire others, because we want others to take the same leap and come here and do what they're doing.
The show is really all about inspiration, acknowledgement, and support. The inspiration will come through from the stories that are going to be told. We want to acknowledge these people and their contributions and what they're doing in terms of adding value in what they do and how they do it. But most importantly, providing a platform for them to access resources is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, can't wait.
I am just thrilled. You are such a gem, and we're going to have more on this next week. So there's a lot more to come on Elevating Voices next week and in the series that will air after the college edition. We're going to be right back, though, with today's winner, so don't go away.
Through their efforts to support Maine entrepreneurs who are growing our economy, Greenlight Maine is making our state a better place to start and operate a business. For these efforts and the creation of a robust entrepreneurial ecosystem, the Harold Alfond Institute for Business Innovation at Thomas College is proud to be a sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
Whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, if you want to innovate and if you want to grow, if you're an organization here in Maine, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We watched two perfect pitches from Shelter+7 and Starc Systems, both looking for marketing dollars to expand their companies. But it's time to find out who's moving on in the competition. Judges, I'm going to count you down from 3. 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it for us. We appreciate your comments, so keep them coming on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we have a lot of resources on our website, and you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. Have a great evening. We'll see you right back here next week. Take care.